It's the NFL sport, where Will's NFL's franchises, the New York's and the Detroit Lions. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. And thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Buckle up, partner. I think this is going to be an aerial show. Both of these teams giving us the hint that the ball's going to be in the air a lot in this one.
Oh, no question. I think clear in our weekly meetings that was going to be the plan. And what we see right now in today's modern football, Mike, is the direct correlation between explosive plays, in this case, two teams that rely on those explosives coming in the passing game, and ability to score points. At the end of the day, this is who can score the most points. And if you want to score points today, it's going to become by throwing the ball deep downfield as often as you can.
The punter, Jack Fox, handling the kickoffs. And off we go from Ford Field. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. Everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
And he's going to be hit and behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll drop to throw. And that ball out of reach. Sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. Now third down. They'll throw out of the gun. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go. He's forced to just throw it away.
And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads him out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give it.
First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth.
Smith-Marset is back to return it. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Giants offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion to the left. Off play action, set up to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking them down and took them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Back to throw. Oh, and once again, the pressure too intense. They get him down again.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. You've got to find a way on 1st and 2nd down to stay ahead of the chains so 3rd down is not so daunting.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Well, I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a
field position just shy of midfield. The Lions offense ready to see what they can do. Their second possession. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a 1st down. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. From the gun, it's Goff. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Here's a handoff to Gibbs. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. They'll go play action with Goff. Look wide, get this one complete, and the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break, and while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now, Goff. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Eric Gray to return it. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Giants offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Now they'll set up to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Open man downfield. That's Neighbors. And he will go all the way. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. Well, that was a pretty easy touchdown. He was wide open, Greg. Easy chance to close the deal, and they do with a touchdown.
And Mike, it just appears to me that's just a breakdown defensively. You can't allow a receiver to not only be so open it's an easy pitch and catch, but then to have the space to operate after the catch to finish that one off in the end zone.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. He's got it. And the Giants move out to a 7-3 lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This one taken at the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Goff. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target, and it'll be 2nd down. Goff to throw. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
On play action, Goff. Working free downfield, it is Williams. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up 1st downs without getting to 3rd down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to 3rd and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And a determined run there. He gets about 7 yards inside the 10-yard line. And 4. To throw is Goff. And he'll take it on in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Lions are on top. It's now 10-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Ray gonna return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Giants offense headed back to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete.
You can see the eyes with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage. He's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route, but this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll get this close to the first down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves 3rd and short. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up. Now this time they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. He'll look to throw. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
These wide outside the number throws. This is where a quarterback really gets to show off his arm strength and arm talent. This puts a ton of pressure on the defense because now they say, all right, we have to defend every single blade of grass.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Second and a yard. They'll look to throw again. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Back to the air one more time. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike, and I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only does he let the ball go through his hands, he lets 6 points away with that drop. I mean, everyone else does their job. The ball's on target. Listen, this is the big boy league now. The reality is, you just got to catch the ball.
They'll look to throw yet again. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. DJ Reed that time. Good tight coverage, and he's able to get a hand on it.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, New York. Now, Gano for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Giants are on top. It's 14-10. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Lions offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. Down up at guard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession's going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Now a pass deep for St. Brown. And that is incomplete.
These are game-changing opportunities, Mike. And at this level, when you have a wide receiver that open downfield, you've got to connect. And in this case, he just flat out missed them. And we're talking about a massive play had they connected. But instead, that's a mistake he's going to wish he had back.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Goff to throw on for... And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Throwing on second down. Goff. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Throwing here is Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he's into the end zone. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit.
This is just backbreaking here. If you're the defense, you feel like you're in a really good spot. It's third and pass. You understand what the offense likely has to do to convert the first down. They just don't do a great job of covering the receivers. And at the same point, let's give a lot of credit. Nice job by the quarterback working through his progression, getting to the right choice, and it pays off for a touchdown.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Lions move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Gray gonna return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Turn and hand this one off. He'll work forward for a couple. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. It's Aiden Hutchinson, former number 2 overall pick, in there to bring him down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate A call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Lions offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
On 2nd down, Goff. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. Third down and 9. To throw is Goff. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A run here with Gibbs. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. A 2nd down throw for Goff. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Third and 5. Goff to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll send him over to the left. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They hand it to Gibbs. And he will score. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Bates now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5, and he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Giants' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The deficit is 10, 24-14, so work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They face 2nd down and 7. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the first down.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle, and he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at, and that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short, and now it's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen on now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Goff. That's right side and brought in by Williams. Second down and 8. Now Goff. The second down throw is incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
First down away to the 26-yard line. And here's third down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. And that is incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And that'll set up fourth down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
The visitors' offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Back to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide, we're just going to air it out. First, second, third down, all 3 incompletions, and now it brings up fourth down, and barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to go to work once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Goff. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. And they'll be set up now. up past the 40 with that one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Back to the air, it's Goff. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. So we've reached halftime here at Ford Field, and the Lions have the lead. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report. The Lions got a very strong performance out of their quarterback, Jared Goff. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Off the play fake, here's Goff. No chance at all. He'll go down.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Throwing, Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
3rd and long. Goff to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a grade. No time to be conservative. No time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Now a short one caught by the tight end, Johnson.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The home team's offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with 1st down. Throwing here is Goff. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
To throw is Goff. There's that man again, another catch. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
On play action, Goff. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Throwing on second down. Goff was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Here's Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. It is a big play there for the Lions. 52 yards.
When he continues to play at this level, Mike, it just makes this team so hard to beat. It's the combination of leading both long, sustained drives and then being able to strike in bunches. It puts so much pressure on these defenses, and with the way today's game has gone, doesn't look like he has any plans on slowing down.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
A toss to the right, and here comes Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
Flags come in. Looks like there was movement on the right side of the O-line. That's on the outstanding tackle, Penei Sewell. They'll go play action with Goff. Catch is made by Wright. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. Goff to throw. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions will extend their third quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Giants offense getting set to get back to work. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Handoff here, up the middle. And he's going to get it. 1st down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line. Slayton is the man in motion. To the air now on 1st and 10. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either the ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
The Giants sending out their punter. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Lions offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now, Goff. Throw across his body is complete. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
They send a receiver in motion left. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Second and 7. Here's Goff. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. Points continue to go up.
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close them out?
Not much there. Maybe a yard. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's second and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball. And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the fourth quarter, and that's a gift. I mean, that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Lions will extend their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Gray gonna return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready for this next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. They'll begin here on the ground. And that'll be a pickup of 3. He'll drop to throw. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors. They get 12 yards on that pass. First down, Giants.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the fourth quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Off he goes. That one good for 26 yards.
There was a lot of questions surrounding this quarterback about whether his style of play from college would transfer to the NFL game. Well, his ability to create with his legs certainly has here today. We see it with his ability to escape pressure out of the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down.
So not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. On the toss, they'll run. And a short pickup down inside the 10. He'll look to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Now, after taking that loss on the sack, it changes your entire approach offensively. You go from playing for 6 to now everything is just about coming away with points.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing a sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being complete.
On 4th down, the veteran Graham Gano for the Giants field goal try. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Giants are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Graham Gano now, following the field goal, back to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. on the ground to start. They give it to Gibbs. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. A 2nd down throw for Goff. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Goff gives it to Gibbs. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
On 2nd down, Goff. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
Going up top. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Now a fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Giants offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and not a whole lot there, up to about the 25. Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. Third and 6. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense headed back to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Goff to throw. That pass caught by Amon-Ra. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. From the gun, here's Gibbs. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down, or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's gone. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Now Goff. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. Right back to St. Brown. They connect again. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They've converted 2 3rd downs already on this drive. And here's 3rd and 4. Throwing, Goff. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight, but nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now this looks like a design run. A dive for the end zone, but he loses the football. And he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Whoa! Have a friend in the right spot at the right time. The fumble, not a turnover, but a TD. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now Goff leads the Lions for a 2-point try. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. They try for 2, and it does not pan out.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but their execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Now they'll set up to throw. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on first down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on second. And now they find themselves in a critical third down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Lions offense ready to see what they can do. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. Not much develops there. He'll get this to about the 43. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. Goff with the give to Montgomery. Here comes 3rd and 6. On the ground, this is Gibbs. The Lions will punt this ball away as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they're going to get him down right at the 25. Throwing now on 1st and 10. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. To 1st downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. Here we go. One final play. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So it's a win here for the Lions. They take care of business here at home. It's a game they were expected to win. They had no problems in the end as they cruise to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.